Matrix multiplication. In this video, we will go through writing a VBA program that will multiply two 2x2 matrices. Your task will then be to write a program that will multiply any two matrices. You will then test this program by multiplying the two other matrices provided in this week's workbook. I assume that you already know how to multiply matrices, and this slide is just a quick revision. So this is the special case where we are multiplying two 2x2 matrices. So we are now on the final worksheet of this week's workbook, and we will first prototype our work in the yellow cells. We want to multiply matrix Z by matrix Y, and we get matrix ZY. In the blue cells we will do it in VBA. In the yellow cells we will just use an Excel formula. Remember, you press Control Shift Enter when doing a matrix multiplication. So 16, 19, 36, 43. The first thing that we need to do is a program plan. Here's one I prepared earlier. Firstly, describing the program. We're going to multiply two 2x2 matrices. Then we have step by step how we're going to do it, and then the so-called pseudocode. I will explain this later. Firstly, let's look at step by step. And I will go through this step by step with you while looking at the spreadsheet. So we start off with this element of matrix Z and this element of matrix Y. We multiply them together. Then we increment our column of matrix Z and increment our row of matrix Y. We multiply these two together. And we add the product of these two and the product of these two, and we output it here. Or shall I say, and we store it into ZY. The actual output can be done later. Then we go to the next row of Z and the next column of Y, and we repeat. So 3 by 5 plus 4 by 7, and this is output into here. We continue in this fashion until we have filled all of matrix ZY. Then we come to the pseudocode. The pseudocode is not actual programming code, but it looks similar to your VBA. This is a means of helping you turn your step-by-step into actual VBA code. I think that the most difficult part of multiplying these two matrices together is the actual matrix multiplication. The input from the spreadsheet is fairly straightforward. So I've just wrote input from spreadsheet code here. And I think that the output to the spreadsheet is also fairly straightforward. So again, just write output to the spreadsheet code here. You can, if you like, incorporate the output with this actual multiplication part, but let's keep it simple. So, as you've probably deduced, this is the actual matrix multiplication part. So, zy row and zy column, row and column coordinates of zy. So we're starting from 1, and we're also keeping track of the column of z. So when all of these are 1, we are here, 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 and here respectively. So zy row, zy row, z column. Also, understand that the initial value of zy is 0. Also, these zy and z and y, these are two-dimensional arrays. So we will be declaring them here. So we take z11 and y11 plus 0 and store it into zy. Then we increment this variable z column, so we have z12 multiplied by y12 and add that on to what was already in zy, and we get this 16. We continue in this fashion until we have filled in all of zy. So all that we have to do now is program our VBA code. Try everything in this part of the video now and then proceed to the next part of the video.